Seth Washington.
What's happening?
What's going on, baby? How you doing?
Good to see you.
Good, you too, man. Ready?
Yeah, let's roll.
All right, get your soundtrack going.
Sounds good.
What do you usually listen to?
You know, I'm not a huge up-tempo dude. I like to kind of keep things slow, but at the same time, I like to mix things around, you know?
All right,
so,
yeah, I can dig it.
I mean, before a game, I might listen to some smooth R&B to get in my zone. Yeah. So you know, I could go from Anthony Hamilton to John Legend to
Sometimes you gotta cry a little bit louder. Coming from where I'm from. Sometimes you gotta fight the pain, yeah. Sometimes you gotta walk alone. Yeah. Coming from where I'm from.
I might go up a notch with Stevie Wonder, but
well, keep on turning, 'cause it won't be too long.
you know, it's kind of random.
You
but
all around the board.
yeah, I like
that. Actually does for you, gets you in the zone.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that's my thing. So I mean, every now and then, don't get me wrong, I listen to something that gets me a little turned up, but
when you do get turned up, what do you?
You know, I can't help myself with Migos. They get everybody lit. You can't miss out on some Future, because
Always.
it's a necessary sound you got going on with him. So
Definitely. Yeah, he's a beast, man.
he really came out this year too. He came with it.
What if you had to name? What would be your your tops from Future?
From Future,
Yeah.
I'd have to go. Let's see, I got them all right here. Might As Well. That's probably my number one. You know, talking about Elijah Wan Hakeem.
Yeah.
And taking off like a rocket. I like POA. And Fez Did It Sweet. Those are probably my favorites right now.
Last practice you've had?
The last practice. I think it was. Let's see. It was 2 days ago. I had a workout with Kevin Murray, and we just got back at it for the last time before I head out, which is later today. So it was a good work, out in the wind, out in the sun. So combated the elements, but it was a great last session.
In the beginning, how did you choose Kevin?
So actually, it was not until around freshman year I really started getting into quarterback. And
what were you before that?
I was playing running back, receiver. Actually, at the very start of my football career, I was playing DN. I just had no idea what I was doing out there. But so fast forward to freshman year, I just wrapped up my like summer training going in, and one of my teammates, his dad, heard through the vineyard about Kevin.
Yeah.
So you know, it was from that point to where I tried to connect with him, got the first workout in, and from that point, that kind of set the tone. I kind of understood what he was about.
Yeah.
He started to get to know me, and then from that point, things have only gotten better between the both of us.
Yeah.
Our training, what we know on the same terminology, kind of keeping things on the same page. So it's been a long ride, but I'm really glad that's my dude. So and obviously he produces great quarterbacks. So
obviously
we're on the way to pick up another one.
Exactly. He's heavy.
Absolutely.
So take a look at that.
Yeah.
And kind of walk me through.
And that's the 40 you got up first. You got a little 5-step escape drill. Throw it on the run. Cross your body, kind of coming downhill.
Yeah.
You know, that's a tough throw to make, but once you master that, then that's basically most of the throws that you're gonna make in traffic. So that's something you really gotta work on. Let's see what else we got.
Know your place.
So here we had the 3 receiver drill, basically taking a five-step drop. Coach is calling out which receiver to throw it to, and you just got to be quick with your decision.
Is that something you're used to?
Oh yeah, Kevin makes up this drill where it's basically the same thing. You're coming off your back foot with no hitch and just firing the thing. So
okay,
it's I mean, it's realistic because in most situations in a game, you're gonna have receivers to read off of 1, 2, 3, and you gotta find your guy and get it to him quick before that hole closes.
Gotcha.
We got some training with we got Tyrell slant route.
Shaver. Tyrell, do you recognize when you're playing with that type of talent, or just real recognize real? Is that the situation there?
Absolutely. You can tell as soon as you link up and get the route going in any kind of situation, whether it's running one-on-ones or having him on your team. Of course, I didn't have him on my team, but you just know whenever you got a dude you can rely on and kind of know he's gonna make a play and you're gonna make a play. That's when you know it's real.
Right. Did he play to where you could tell he was gonna be, a Nike All-Star, Alabama signee? Did you know that at the time when you're throwing to these guys? Because I know you play with a lot of tough receivers, a lot of superstars. Can you tell that right off the bat?
With guys like him, where it just kind of like radiates out of them, I mean, I see it immediately. It's kind of, I mean, some guys will surprise you, but other times you just know automatically, like, that's that dude. He gets it done, and he's gonna be all over the map. So a guy like him, guy like Buck, guy like Rambo, all those guys, you just know right off the bat that they're special dudes and they make plays.
And does that make your job easier? How does that kind of feel to a quarterback? Do you know that going in, or you like, okay, I can kind of not hit the target perfectly every time and he's still gonna make a play? What does that seem like to you?
It's definitely a confidence booster, but at the same time, it raises your level of play. You're not like, oh, like, I'm gonna throw this not in a good place just because I know he might be able to get it, but you want to play better, make them feel like you're able to do things on their level, so that everyone's playing at their peak performance. So it's kind of like a respect all around, and once you establish that, kind of a hard tandem to beat.
Do you all communicate a lot? When do you see these guys?
Yeah, so I try to get them out and throw routes with them as much as possible.
Okay.
Because that chemistry is important. Because game time, if you don't have a guy you can strongly rely on in those clutch situations, then it's kind of tough to really put it out there. So that chemistry is very important for everybody, whether it's defense or offense. So just kind of establishing that and keeping it strong is big for me.
What player would you want to play with? Would you want to throw with that you feel that inspires you, peer level?
I'd have to go with Rambo. That's my dude. He always makes plays, whether I throw him a good ball or bad. But I try to give him the best balls possible, just because I know his routes are flawless, and I don't know if I ever seen him get jammed up. He just comes off the line with some finesse moves that I ain't ever seen before and just leaves the DB in awe. So, I mean, I've been throwing with him for a while now. And
how long is a while, would you say?
Probably about 1.5 years or 2.
Okay.
And, he never fails to amaze me. He really takes care of business on the field.
Can you tell that he puts in work as well?
Oh, absolutely. A guy like him with his skill, that's not just that natural stuff. That's where the natural meets the hard work, and you kind of see it all come together, and that's the product, that kind of stuff.
So you feel the same way when you're with Kevin out there grinding out?
Absolutely.
And then people can actually tell that, because there's a different level between you guys and other quarterbacks. Do you notice that, or?
Oh yeah, whenever we go to like open clinics or camps, and if there's more than one guy that works with Kevin, you know off the bat at the start of the drills, this guy has had work before, and this work is with Kevin, because the footwork is on point, the ball is spinning, you got all your mechanicals and fundamentals in place, and it's just all kind of put together, rather than, yeah, he's got good feet, but He doesn't throw a good ball. Yeah, he throws a hard and deep ball, but his feet are trash and they're not in sync. That's how you determine kind of if a guy's put in the work or if he just gets out there and throws the ball around. So
wow. So you can not only can you tell that he has a quarterback coach, but you can tell what quarterback coach he has, or as far as Kevin
the caliber. Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
Have you seen Grant out there a lot, or does it kind of, you don't cross paths very much until you come to a clinic or that type of deal?
Well, with Grant, I'm always seeing him before or after my workouts because we go through every hour. So I might see him, I might walk in there and catch the end of his workout or vice versa. So guys like him and a couple other guys, Kevin keeps a schedule where it's kind of on the same basis. So you'll probably see the same people, but you kind of know and have the same sort of respect for guys that have put in work with Kevin and continue to, and you can just tell with those guys. You know them when you see them. So.
Young Grant. Yes, sir. What's going on, young Grant?
How you doing?
All right. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you, baby.
You too.
All right.
What's up, bro?
What's up, Seth?
See you, man.
You too.
You got a soundtrack?
Yes, I do.
What? Who's your artist? Who's your man?
Well, I got into a lot of Tupac lately.
What?
Yeah, I got into a lot of Tupac lately.
You got some Tupac on you?
I can get some, yeah.
Man.
Yeah, a lot of Tupac on me right now.
Why Tupac?
I don't know. I just started digging him. His music actually means something, but it just inspires people. But I don't know. It's just Tupac, something about him.
You is there a couple that stick out in your head?
Dear Mama. That's probably my favorite one right now because that means a lot to me because my mom is close to me.
Okay.
It explains how much his mom did for him. And I can relate to that because my mom has done a lot for me, so that's probably one I can relate to the most.
Definitely.
It's on your own, and there's no way I can pay you back. But my plan is to show you that I understand. You all appreciate it.
Definitely. I know your mom and you're a good lady, and your mom and your dad put in a lot of work for it. Is that important to you guys, would you say?
Yes, sir.
Absolutely, yeah.
I guess tell me why it's important, and if you've seen other players that they don't have their parents as involved in their career and what they're doing.
Yeah, so I know with my parent and Grant's, they both try to get us into as many opportunities to succeed as possible. And I mean, with other kids, that it's not their fault that their parents are helping out, but it's just it's not good of an opportunity for them to kind of be excluded from those kind of things.
Right.
I'm just saying, we're blessed to have parents, that care for us, just put us in the right situation, all that kind of stuff.
So we can see. So that's a big plus, you said.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Think it makes a difference, though, really?
Yeah. I mean, when you have someone in your corner that's always going to protect you, and, just help you succeed and wants you to do best in life, and always going to provide for you, that really helps you. Actually, you'd be surprised of just what your parents do for you, how much they mean.
So as far as your trainer, do you have one, and who is it?
I have a trainer. His name is Kevin Murray. Probably the best trainer out there, in my opinion.
I'd like to hear that. How long have you been going to him?
I've been going to him for almost 3 years now, close to 3 years.
Why did you choose him?
I chose Kevin because I chose him because I know he was going to prepare me for things that was up to coming. I knew he was going to challenge me mentally and physically. He's going to keep me fundamentally sound.
And were you right?
Yes, I was. I chose a good one, actually, a very good one.
Oh, you concur?
Oh, absolutely. I'm all in on that one.
What types of things does he do that you guys wouldn't have expected, I guess, from a quarterback coach?
For me, and just about everybody else probably, I think the biggest thing that Kevin does to prepare us is the mental phase of things. He really tries to he knows what it's like to be in those situations and how the coaches are going to act and treat you and what they expect you to do, and all that loud yelling and pushing that he does is absolutely necessary in order to really last in the next level and thereon.
Yeah, I was gonna say that mental part too, because he's been through it. Himself being one of a top quarterback in college and having a son that's probably arguably the best quarterback in the state of Texas, state of Texas history. So I mean, he knows what he's talking about. And
that's for really those people who don't know, who is his son?
Kyler Murray, K1, probably is the best quarterback in Texas history in my opinion. Never lost a game.
I agree.
That is heavy. So are y'all benchmarking his son? What's going through y'all's mind when y'all are training, just trying to be the best you can be?
I think it's good to not exactly compare yourself, but kind of have a goal in order to reach, and then get past that once you fulfill that. And because whenever you just strive to be your best, that's whenever you kind of know what your limit is. But if you just try to top it off and go as far as possible, that's when things start to happen.
For me, it's a bit of both. I'm trying to be the best that I can be, but also I went to the same school that he did, so I'm trying to chase after what he did here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go undefeated for the 2 years that I play. I'm trying to win back-to-back state championships for what I play. So I'm trying to get to that level. I'm not trying to be him, but I want to be compared to him and things about his accomplishments and what he did at my school. So that's probably what I'm trying to reach.
And for those who don't know, what school you claiming?
I go to Allen High School in Allen, Texas.
And what about yourself, Seth?
Episcopal School of Dallas, alum now.
Yes, indeed. What are your top 5 schools and why?
Actually, I don't have a top 5 right now. I'm just keeping all my options open right now. Just giving every college a chance because they're taking the time out to recruit me, give me a scholarship. So I just want to be fair to every college that gave me an opportunity to fulfill my dream. Just give everybody an equal opportunity.
I feel you. Okay.
Mine, before signing day, it came down to first it was Columbia, Brown, North Texas, and New Mexico State, and then Tennessee, and at the last minute because they reached out later and couldn't pass up on that, so that was the move.
Heavy. As far as schools, dream schools that when you were a little kid and you thought about football, you get offered by a team that you really thought about when you were younger?
Actually, I got offered by my dream school, Oregon.
Ooh.
So, I grew up liking Oregon. First of all, because of their uniforms.
Cool.
But also, like, their offense. I love how fast they played. I love the tempo they played. Putting up fast, scoring fast, and all that time. I just loved Oregon. I loved everything about it when I was younger.
And so now you've gotten a little bit older, and it's switching. Your motivation is switched, and what you're trying to do in life is playing a big part in it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got you. But athletes that are your peers, who would you love to play with? If you could build a dream high school team that you could go play the best in the nation, another high school, but it was like an all-star squad, top 5 guys you would put on your squad.
Theo will be on there, most definitely.
Ooh, Theo.
Yeah, Noah Kane down at ING.
Okay.
I got to get him back with me. Jalen Curry down in Houston.
Okay.
Kenyon Green out of Atascocita. I'm not sure if you heard of him. And then,
one more.
Probably Grayson Boomer out of Oklahoma. Those probably the 5 people I want to play with the most.
And why them?
Super talented. I talk to them. I talk to them always. They seem like good people to be around. I just want to be around people that I'm gonna have fun with, but also gonna compete with.
Yeah.
Just trying to win games and stuff like that. They push me to get better.
Okay.
We all try to compete in our own way. Just try to get to that next level, compete, and just see where we stack up against top competition and all that stuff like that.
If you could name your top 5, who would they be?
I gotta go. First off, actually, I gotta go with my boy Nakai Montgomery. I did get to play with him. He was the most under the radar dude ever. He probably because he didn't go to any camps or anything, but he's got to be my first pick. Dude's just a freak. I gotta go Rambo next. Charleston Rambo. I gotta go Kobe Boyce. That's my duty.
Lake Dallas.
Yes,
okay.
sir. Yes, sir. Who else? I'll go Cameron Buckley. That's a fun dude to throw to.
Okay.
I like getting him the ball. And then last, let's see. Trying to give love to a couple more positions.
Okay. You talking backers or you talking safeties?
Let's go backers. I go Momo Sanogo.
Momo,
that's my dude.
Sanogo.
Yeah, that dude is nice.
Yeah, he is. Man, if you had a defensive player, where would you go with?
I had a defensive player.
Yeah.
I'll probably go Momo too.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll probably go Momo too.
What about Momo sets it off for y'all? I know he's a fun guy for sure.
Yeah.
So.
But you know how big he is, how physical he is, how physical he plays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably going to demand to know the best out of his teammates when I played him.
Definitely.
So that's probably why.
So, guys that y'all played against, who was the most dominant?
For me, it was two guys, either two guys on the same team, Jalen Waddle and Marvin Williams. We'd have played them the past 2 seasons, and those dudes were just, I mean, you could just tell that they were out there and all they were there to do was win and compete. And those dudes are, for real, they're nice. I mean, like, you don't see guys like those around a lot, from their playmaking abilities all the way up into their competitiveness. And I mean, I admire it, and those guys were just fun to play against.
For me, it was probably Anthony Hines. Well, I saw him. I've never seen a linebacker that get to sideline like that from the middle linebacker position. You know, he's fast. He comes down. He thumps people. He lays some wood on people.
Yeah.
But also, he's the type of guy that wants to make every play for his team. I think he averaged about like 20-some tackles a game, some ridiculous number like that.
Woo!
So that's probably him.
Okay.
That's probably most competitive.
Walk me through what's going on. Yeah, man.
It was a while ago.
Yeah, man.
All out. Right there, that back shoulder.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that something natural, or is that taught by Kevin as well?
That came with Kev.
Okay. So how would he perfect something like that?
No, just fundamentals. He teaches fundamentals. Like, if your feet are tied with your eyes and your shoulders, your ball's gonna look good. So he teaches me how to stay compact. You know, just not overstepping, not overstriding when I'm going. You know, just staying close to guys, staying with the first base and stuff like that.
Okay. And would you concur?
Oh yeah. That's Kevin's biggest thing, is kind of just keeping everything in sync. Because as soon as your arm flies outside or your feet aren't set under you, stuff hits the fan, and things don't always go well with the ball flight, the velocity, stuff like that. So.
Do you notice that stuff when you're on the field? You think about that?
Yeah. It's I mean, if you never work with Kev, then you wouldn't think twice about it. But as soon as you feel like you overstrided 1 inch, and then the ball takes a weird flight, and you just like, man, like, that's exactly what I'm not supposed to do. I know what to do. I just got to think about it one more time.
Yeah.
It's been drilled into your head. So.
You know, like, you'll know when you do something wrong because you'll feel it.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel right when the ball looks like you know something wrong.
What do y'all think about when you guys are in?
I like that.
I'm glad.
I like that.
I'm glad. What do you guys think about when you're in the stands and you know Kevin is there looking and you make a bad throw?
I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what he's thinking, what he's trying to say. I know you can't yell at him now because it's on him. I just want to know what his thought process is.
Yeah. So you think about that too during the game, or is it kind of like afterwards? You're like
afterwards, like when I get to I don't know. I really don't think about it, but I know he's there watching me and saying something. I just try to get through it, go to the next play, because I know he's there watching and want to say something.
Yeah.
So no, I just try to get to the next play after that.
You think that makes you a better player, knowing that he's there and you can?
Yeah.
Can y'all?
Merc'd. To totally control, own, or stymie your opponent. To rule over
and govern control.
What Merc'd means to me is basically dominating your opponent.
Completely dominating your opponent.
as often as every play.
You know, just in all phases, mentally and physically, to me.
And kind of taking control of the game and doing what you got to do to get that dub, get that championship, take your team where you got to be.
Can you remember a time that you did that?
Yeah, so it was probably towards the end of our season, my junior year.
The time I remember is freshman year is probably my latest one.
And we had a game against Houston Kincaid, and it was actually the last drive. We had no time on the clock. We were down 6, and it was 4th down, and we really needed to score to win the game.
Freshman year, I felt pretty much unstoppable throughout my whole career of freshman. So,
and so I dropped back, and we run our money red zone play, and my route in the back of the end zone is not there. So I'm just waiting on it, and I gotta figure out what to do next, because that's obviously not gonna be there. And I feel a dude coming off my back.
Right.
So I gotta shake him off, get through the line, and then dive in the end zone. And you know, their whole defense just did not see that coming. They thought they knew what we were gonna run. They had it covered, but they didn't account for everybody, and that's when the defense got murked.
That's probably the time that I felt I murked everybody.
Ooh, that's a season of murking. Dang. What's your most memorable game, would you say?
I don't have a memorable game yet. I've been in a couple of close ones, but no game really stood out to me so far yet.
So as far as your trainer, do you have one, and who is it?
Yes, sir. I have a trainer. His name is Kevin Murray. Probably the best trainer out there, in my opinion.
I'd like to hear that. I'd like to hear. How long have you been going to him?
I've been going to him for almost 3 years now, close to 3 years.
Why did you choose him?
I chose Kevin because I chose him because I knew he was going to prepare me for the next level and things that was up to coming. I knew he was going to challenge me mentally and physically. He's going to keep me fundamentally sound.
And were you right?
Yes, I was. I chose a good one, actually. Very good.
Oh, you concur?
Oh, absolutely. I'm all in on that one.
That's what's up, man. What types of things does he do that you guys wouldn't have expected, I guess, from a quarterback coach?
For me, and just about everybody else probably, I think the biggest thing that Kevin does to prepare us is the mental phase of things. He really tries to. He knows what it's like to be in those situations and how the coaches are going to act and treat you and what they expect you to do, and all that loud yelling and pushing that he does is absolutely necessary in order to really last in the next level and thereon.
Yeah, I was going to say that mental part too, because he's been through it. Himself being one of a top quarterback in college and having a son that's probably arguably the best quarterback in the state of Texas, state of Texas history. So, I mean, he knows what he's talking about. And
for really those people who don't know, who is the son?
Kyler Murray, K1, probably is the best quarterback in Texas history, in my opinion. Never lost a game. So.
Yeah, I agree.
That is heavy. So, when y'all are competing or when y'all working, are y'all benchmarking his son? Or is it just the best that y'all can do? What's going through y'all's mind when y'all are training, just trying to be the best you can be?
I think it's good to not exactly compare yourself, but kind of have a goal in order to reach and then get past that once you fulfill that. And because whenever you just strive to be your best, that's whenever you kind of know what your limit is. But if you just try to top it off and go as far as possible, that's when things start to happen.
For me, it's a bit of both. I'm trying to be the best that I can be, but also I went to the same school that he did, so I'm trying to chase after what he did here.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go undefeated for the 2 years that I play. I'm trying to win back-to-back state championship for what I play. So I'm trying to get to that level. I'm not trying to be him, but you know, I want to be compared to him and things about his accomplishments and what he did at my school. So that's probably what I'm trying to reach.
And for those who don't know, what school you claiming?
I go to Allen High School in Allen, Texas.
Tough. Heavy. And what about yourself, Seth?
Episcopal School of Dallas. I'm actually headed out tonight, so alum now.
Yes, indeed. Tennessee, which brings me to the next one. What are your top 5 schools and why?
Actually, I don't have a top 5 right now. I'm just keeping all my options open right now. Just giving every college a chance because, you know, they're taking the time out to recruit me, give me a scholarship. So I just want to be fair to every college that, you know, gave me an opportunity to fulfill my dream. You know, to just give everybody an equal opportunity.
I feel you. Okay. And you, Seth, what about you?
Mine, before signing day, it came down to, first it was Columbia, Brown, North Texas, and New Mexico State, and then Tennessee. And I made the move at the last minute because they reached out later, and I couldn't pass up on that, so that was the move.
Heavy. So as far as schools, dream schools that when you were a little kid and you thought about football, some people don't start recognize football till late, I guess, but just kind of tell me if you ever thought of sports when you were younger, and at one point, what was your favorite team? Or did you get offered by a team that you really thought about when you were younger?
Actually, I got offered by my dream school, Oregon.
Ooh.
So, I mean, I grew up liking Oregon. First of all, because of their uniforms.
Cool.
But also, I like their offense. I like how fast they played. I like the tempo they played.
Mm-hmm.
You know, putting up fast, scoring fast, and all that kind of stuff. And I just loved Oregon. I loved everything about it when I was younger.
And so now you've gotten a little bit older, and it's switching. Your motivation is switched, and what you're trying to do in life is playing a big part in it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I got you. So as far as guys that you all play with, I know I was talking to Seth earlier, and he said Charleston Rambo. But athletes that are your peers, who would you love to play with?
Like on the next level?
No, currently, like if you could like build a dream high school team that you could go play the best in the nation, another high school, but it was like an all-star squad, like top 5 guys you would put on your squad.
Theo will be on there, most definitely.
Ooh, Theo.
Yeah, Noah Kane down at ING.
Okay.
I got to get him back with me. Jalen Curry down in Houston.
Okay.
Kenyon Green out of Tascasita. I'm not sure if you heard of him. And then,
one more.
Probably Grayson Boomer out of Oklahoma. Those probably be 5 people I want to play with the most.
And why them?
Super talented. You know, I talk to them. I talk to them always. You know, they seem like good people to be around. You know, I just want to be around people that I'm gonna have fun with, but also gonna compete with.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to win games and stuff like that.
So it sounds like these guys also kind of motivate you a little bit too. Like they inspire you a bit.
Right. You know, they push me to get better. You
Okay.
know, we all try to compete in our own way. Just try to get to that next level, compete, and just see where we stack up against top competition and all that stuff like that.
Okay. And same to you, Seth. If you could name your top 5, who would they be?
I gotta go. First off, actually, I gotta go with my boy Nakai Montgomery. I did get to play with him. He was the most under the radar dude ever. He probably because he didn't go to any camps or anything, but he's got to be my first pick. Dude's just a freak. I gotta go Rambo next.
Charleston Rambo.
I gotta go Kobe Boyce. That's my dude.
Lake Dallas.
Yes,
okay.
Sir. Yes, sir. Who else? I'll go Cameron Buckley. That's a fun dude to throw to.
Okay.
I like getting him the ball. And then last, let's see. I'm trying to give love to a couple more positions.
Okay. You talking backers? What you talking safeties?
Let's go backers. I go Momo Sanogo.
Momo
that's my dude.
Sanogo.
Yeah, that dude is nice.
Yeah, he is. Man, if you had a defensive player, where would you go with?
If I had a defensive player?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I'll probably go Momo too.
Okay.
I'll probably go Momo too.
What about Momo sets it off for y'all? I know he's a fun guy for sure.
Yeah.
So.
But you know how big he, how physical he is, how physical he plays and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably gonna demand the best out of his teammates when I played him.
Definitely.
So that's probably why.